Oh, welcome back, everybody. I'm glad you guys are joining me today. And it's always a pleasure to watch CNN have to admit things that absolutely go against their core belief system. Because we know CNN, MSNBC, all these cable networks and network media absolutely loathe Trump. They can't stand his supporters, they can't stand the people that voted for Trump. And so when they have to come up with these, when they have to do these segments where they have to admit to themselves that Americans actually wanted to vote for him. Americans actually love the guy. They love what he's doing. It just pains them to their soul, which makes me so happy when I watch these guys and they have to come on and talk about why the American public loves Trump. So let's go take a look at this video over here from CNN, where they're talking about Trump's transition team and how he's transitioned in this administration in 2024 versus what it was like in 2016. 2016, I vaguely remember. Well, I don't vaguely remember. I remember all the chaotic moves and of course the media already had a strong foothold. There was a lot of rhinos that were still around that were really making things difficult for Trump. Here in 2024, however, he has a great deal of influence within the House of Representatives and the Senate now. And of course, he has a slew of picks that he has picked that are good people. There's a couple that I disagree with, but we'll talk about that on another video. I don't want to get into that right now. But overall, Americans love what Trump's doing in this transition. Let's go and take a listen to CNN here. Have to admit this truth.
Take a look here. President Trump's transition net approval. You go back to November of 2016. Look at this. It was just at plus 1 point. Just at plus 1 point. That is well below the historical norm. Look at where we are today. Significantly higher, plus 18 points. That's 17 points higher on the presidential transition net approval rating. The bottom line is this. If 8 years ago, Americans were lukewarm on Donald Trump, at this particular point, they're giving him much more the benefit of the doubt. A lot more Americans are in love with this transition. This much more meets the historical norms where normally presidents get that boost coming out of their victory. And what we're seeing here is Donald Trump's presidential transition is getting a thumbs up, and dare I say, 2 thumbs up from the American people.
And, we're still on the appointment phase at this point, but it does give insight to sort of where this team is thinking to lead some of these key departments, of course. I mean, but how do people feel about the prospects of his presidency, given the context of some of these picks?
Yeah, it's not just that they like what Donald Trump is doing right now. They're optimistic for the future. So, again, let's compare ourselves now versus where we were 8 years ago. And what you see 8 years ago, 53% of Americans were scared or concerned, the majority towards the upcoming Trump term. Look at where we are now. The shoe is on the other foot. 53% of Americans are excited or optimistic. It's flip-flop, where a narrow majority 8 years ago were scared or concerned about the upcoming Trump term. Now what we see is that the majority is excited or optimistic about the Trump term. So what we're just seeing is very different numbers from where we were 8 years ago. 8 years ago, folks really were not that in love with the Trump transition. Now they are, and more than that, looking forward to the upcoming Trump term. 8 years ago, the majority were scared or concerned. Now the majority are excited or optimistic.
Yeah, the majority of Americans are excited, right? That's why they voted for President Trump. They wanted change. They wanted more financial security. They wanted more stability at the border. They wanted the country to be more stable. So they went back and said, Trump brought that to us in his first term, even though I may have been a little wish-washy on him in that first term, they told themselves. And now they're excited about the prospects of what's going to happen with this future administration, and maybe move on from some of the chaotic things we have been experiencing as a nation under the last 4 years with this current administration that we've been under. And so, yes, Americans are looking to the future with more prosperity, looking to the future for more security, looking for the future for that stability that they've been looking for. So, again, CNN has to admit the truth out there. The numbers are overwhelming positively for Trump in this upcoming term, and I'm excited to see what he does and what direction he moves the country. And hopefully, again, I pray for this for every president, whether they're Democrat or Republican. I pray that we move the country in a positive moving forward. Unfortunately, many times when we have those Democrat presidents, we don't move in that positive direction. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Of course, you guys follow me on all my social media, all linked in the description down below. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Have a great